The Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Well, Clark,
Let's go. You're up.
My time.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game a loss to the Jazz in Utah.
yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but even when they got open looks, they were not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
On the court right now for the Celtics. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Jared Sullinger is out there with Brandon.
Your Timberwolves dancers, let me hear it.
In for Martin. So it's the Timberwolves now, trailing by 4.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Kicks it to Bradley. Out left to the wing. To Green. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Young.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Terrific design on the big foot. He lays it in. Rubio's got his first basket of the night.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot on.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. And Sullinger kicks to Green. Looking for Bass. He gets it there. Sullinger trying to break free. That's good. 1:15 left to play in the first. Rondo against Rubio. Pass to Insanity. Screen by Young. Dishes it to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again, and there's the rejection. And it's Bradley off the drive. Got that one up quick. Bradley's got 8 points.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Rubio dishes to Jay. The shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, that was very sloppy in that first matchup. It was a poorly played game, and it turned into a blowout because they continued to turn the ball over and they didn't execute offensively.
Rondo can't get it to go.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Bass passes to Bradley. The 10-footer. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. He's got 8. Coming. And the first quarter is group substitution now for Minnesota. Young's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Wiggins comes in for Brewer. Insanity, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Levine subbed in for Williams. Insanity, he's in at shooting guard. Young is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Levine in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
59 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Insanity. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. The Insanity's got his first bucket in this one. Well, you have to give him credit for making things happen last game. The team came up short, but Clark, he must have turned some heads with his play.
Well, you know, it's very rare to see a player playing in his first NBA game have the immediate impact and confidence that he had. I think he may have a bright future in this league.
And a much better quarter for them in terms of shooting the basketball.
You know, anytime your field goal percentage as a team is up in the high 50s, you're doing a lot of stuff right.
Young in the corner, all sorts of time, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Here's Rondo. 14 points from him the last game against the Utah Jazz.
You know what was great too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 8 points for Jared Sullinger.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Celtics lead by 18. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter up.
Okay, guys, that wasn't the kind of basketball I had in mind, especially on our home court. Let's go over what happened. If there's one thing we can improve, it's shot selection. I know we can do a better job finding quality looks. That's going to be a top priority. I'd also love to see us get our three-point game going. That would really help us trim the deficit. No.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far now. Boston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Forwards, Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. And it's Bass in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Rondo penetrating. The second chance effort. Bass's shot. Good. Bass has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. The shot's good from Insanity.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Boston dictating the flow. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Pass to Sullinger and stolen by Bennett. Here's Insanity. Buries it from three-point range.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Outside Rondo, trying to find Green. He's got it now. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Vitor Favarani's checked in for Bass. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Sullinger. And it's Wallace in for Green. Levine can't hit.
Good, tough defense there, getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for you.
Right wing. Here's Olynyk. And he gets the bucket. Hey, Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey, and I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw.
Inside, Budinger, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do. And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Celtics. Levine kicks to Bennett.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
That really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Rondo kicks to Olynyk. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. And it's Turner off the drive. Outside for Rondo. On the wing, Turner. In the corner, Wallace with it. Olynyk inside. He's covered by Bennett, and that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Kelly Olynyk. Well, when you talk, Clark, about superstar contracts, it's estimated that LeBron James is worth 4 times more than he makes in player salary.
I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in all of sports when you think about the magnitude of his celebrity. But you don't need to increase max salaries to that level. Right now, vets are limited to about 1/3 of the cap. If you boosted it to 40 or 50%, I think most star players would look for their own teams to carry.
There's the pick. Wallace with a screen for Rondo. And Insanity picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Berea's checked in. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Boston.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
Well, I think they're very motivated to come in tonight and win after losing the first game against them this season.
Without question. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept, and it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Rondo. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
Wallace outside. Olynyk sets a screen for Thornton. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were...
Gerald, you've evened the season series against this team tonight, now 1-1. How good does it feel to get this win here?
It felt good. We felt like we owed it.
U-G-L-Y.
Man, ugly doesn't even begin to describe what happened out there.
Who would you call it?
Sorry, pathetic, garbage, embarrassing.
Just gotta let it go. Get back at it tomorrow. Study some film and see what you did wrong. Hit the weight room. Get some treatment. Make up for it next time out.
Good idea. The quicker we get back out there, the quicker we can leave this nightmare behind us. Let's hit it.